Appreciate everyone coming on out here, talk a little wrestling. I think just want to maybe start by maybe reflecting a little bit back to our Wyoming match here a couple weeks ago, and I think it's a good place to start because looking back at that dual meet, it gave us an opportunity to really identify some problems that we had within our group and to get to work on those issues right away, and I think it was a good opportunity for us. So with a humbling loss in Wyoming, it's really helped us move forward here and learn a lot about ourselves and our individuals and find ways to improve. And in doing so, I think it helped push us forward into the Purdue duel last Friday. I don't think the results were necessarily indicative of how our men approached the duel and the effort that we saw from them. No, I think we, five or six matches were decided by a point or two. But again, opportunities to win these matches and didn't quite make it happen. So looking at the Purdue duel, I like what we saw with our effort, but again, continuing to try and instill confidence and a belief system in these guys to win those close matches and to really to believe in themselves that they have the abilities to do that and they belong out there is still something we got to continue to do better at. But again, adjustments were made, and we took those adjustments into Sunday with Northern Illinois, and again, I think our preparations and mindset heading into Sunday were very strong, very high, and we were really happy about our performance, the way we competed with that group, and I think the results were loud and clear, and I think our guys wanted to make a statement, again, getting humbled is an important part of learning and continuing to get better. So we're happy about the way we ended our weekend this past weekend, and excited to get back to Fargo here and host Iowa State on Friday. Expect a lot of good matches. They're a team that got a lot of history behind them. And they're talented, a similar makeup team as we have. So we anticipate a lot of good matches. I don't anticipate it to be a boring night on Friday. So we're going to take the rest of the week and get geared up and ready to go and continue to improve in the areas we need to improve in and get excited for Friday. So any questions?
What did you do after the Wyoming match?
I'm sorry?
What did you do after the Wyoming match? We just heard you went back to practice.
I don't think it was, as a coach, yeah, you get frustrated with the guys, and I wouldn't say a practice, but I think we were able to sit down and really reevaluate and assess what we did wrong and where we need to improve on, was important to do it at that time, and that's important. That's it's fresh. Our guys were embarrassed with their output and frustrated, but as coaches, everyone wants to say coaches get upset and angry, and maybe some do, but I'm the guy that gets frustrated, and mainly because I have such high expectations for these men, and not just on the wrestling mat, but in their academics, in their social lives, in their relationships. We always encourage them to do better, and I'm probably their biggest critic in all aspects in helping these student athletes continue to grow as people. And so I think it was a great learning opportunity, and most people would think it's out of frustration, but the reality is we want to provide opportunity to reflect and do it right away. Well, it's still fresh in their minds, and I think that's ultimately what took place. And the conversations up there, Jeff, were simple, and we identified different areas. We had some really hard conversations with some guys on why the performances weren't there. But I think it ultimately comes back to the consistency that this team has, and the confidence and belief system that we have to continue to build and grow. So ultimately, just an opportunity to reflect while things were fresh in our minds and have those conversations and allow these guys to have the opportunity to make adjustments while it's fresh in their minds.
Like that? Have you ever done something like that? I mean, I know you talk to your team after matches. I feel like this is a different deal, though.
No, it's similar. You just, after every dual meet, we have conversations and reflect, and there was no different on after that duels. They went in, and those guys, they knew they wanted to get better, and they wanted to get better right away. So after our conversations were over, that's what they did. And, yeah.
What do you got to do
Turn around a lot of those close calls like you had at Purdue, turn those into wins?
It's a confidence thing. I think it's something we got to continue to instill this belief system that we've been working on all season, and getting these guys to really buy into their belief systems and have the confidence to have success, win the close matches, have the effort and energy in the first period, the second period to position themselves in the third periods to win tight matches, and the lack of natural gifts that we might have in some different areas we can make up with how hard we want to wrestle, and the pace that we want to set, and the things that we can control is the way we make up some of the differences that we might lack. So it's continuing to get these men to believe in that confidence and belief system that we're continuously trying to build on.
What are some key matchups you're looking at there?
Key matchups. There are going to be a lot of good ones. Probably off they're going to be. It's going to be a good duel. It ain't going to be boring. I think 149 will be a key matchup for us. We lost that match probably that first week in December. We had a really tight match and came out on the losing end of it. But again, a really good match, something we feel confident we can be successful in and kind of turn it around. You're going to see some good matches at 174, 184, both matches that would be good contested duel matches. And the reality is it's going to be a dual meet that's going to most likely be based on bonus points and the team that comes ready to wrestle. So on paper, it's probably a really equal looking duel. We're going to have to find ways to win close matches. That's kind of been our theme, and when we win close matches, the dual meet takes care of itself, and when we lose close matches, we struggle to have success. So, again, something we got to continue to get these guys to buy into in their own belief systems and their own confidence levels, and if we do that, we'll have success.
Okay, I wonder if you could talk about some of the seniors that will be making their last appearance.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Sunday, Senior Day. I think for us, we haven't really got into the dual meet part of it, but reflecting on the seniors that we have, 5 seniors that we're going to be thanking on Sunday: Clay Ream, Kyle Gliva, Mitch Bankston, Jared Nealand. Put me on the spot, Jeff. Who's my fifth? Gliva, yeah. So we're just a day to thank them and allowing us to take a step forward. Move the program a step ahead from where we were when they started, and the transition. If you are able to look at the transition and reflect on what they've endured, and it's been some hard challenges, a couple of years in a grocery store, and kind of allowing the team to do better and get to where we are today and continue to move forward, and making the sacrifices that they made along the way has been great. But their personal success on and off the mats has been something that again has helped North Dakota State wrestling, and we're very proud of.
Specifically, what's Clay's legacy with all he's done at the national level?
You got to do a little more at the national level to leave a legacy, I would think. You look at who he is as a young man, and a four-time, we're confident a four-time NCAA qualifier. Hopefully, we can get him at the top of the podium. But you look at what the young man does off the mats as well, and his academics alone speak volumes, and what he's been able to accomplish in the academic field, and not only that, but leadership roles along the way is something that you can't replace. Only hope the next guy can step in and fill the shoes as best they can.